ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ
वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. Thank you all for having us here today, for inviting us to share during this Discover Sikhi session. So, Asi, we will try our best to share as much as we can. And through this sharing process, we hope we are learning as much as we are trying to share with everyone. So, it's been a good exercise for us as well to do our own research. Te aja Visha hai. Today we're going to discuss about, do we have the slides up? Okay, we have slides prepared, so hopefully we can view them along the way. Oh, sorry. All right, this fine? Penji ithe theek hai? Yeah, okay, okay. Aj da Visha hai the number 5. All right, we're going to be discussing about number 5 in Sikhi. So the connection between the number 5 and our Sikh Dharam, our Sikh religion. There are many aspects that we can discuss. In fact, I had to cut short, bahut share karna si, but we had to cut short because I think that would have taken 3 to 4 hours to share everything. So today is a summary, it's a condensed version of the number 5, the significance of number 5 in our Sikh religion. Okay? Firstly, let's all look at our own bodies, our physics. We have a head, right? We have 2 limbs, upper limbs, and 2 legs. That amounts to how many? Kinne ho jande ne? Ek sir, 2 arms, 2 legs, all together 5. Even our body is made out of 5 limbs. How many fingers do we have? 5. So it's no coincidence that a lot of the things that we learn in Sikhi have number 5 in it. It's no coincidence because the entire universe, which we will come to learn, is made up of 5 elements as well. Okay? All right? So can we go to the next slide? Okay, so first let's go back to basics. These 5, I'm sure we all know. We all know these 5s, and when we think about Panja in Sikhi, What are 5 things in Sikhi? First thing that comes to mind is Panja. Panja Kakar, very good. Samo Panja, I heard something else. Panja? Panja Pyare, very good. Another one that's connecting. Char Sahibzade, correct, but Char Sahibzade is Char. So now let's look for number 5. Panja Kakar, Panja Pyare, there's one more Panja that happened in 1699. Before the Panja Pyare and Panja Kakar were given, Panja Pyare were formed. What is the first 5? Panja, while Amrita Bata was being prepared, Panja ki hore san? Panja Banya. Okay? So can we show the 3 answers there? First was Guruji asked for Panja Sir. Ostobad Guruji gave them 2 gifts. Panja Kakar, te Panja Banya. Also 5. And these are absolute fundamentals of our Sikh Dharam. Okay, so this we must not forget. Guru Gobind Singh Ji asked for 5 heads. उन्होंने पंजे प्यारे बनाते थे नाल 2 very important तोहफे देते, very important gifts Guruji gave. Panja Kakar te Panja Banya. We don't have enough time today, otherwise there was another very interesting sharing that we were thinking maybe we will do today, which is why Panja Banya? What is the connection between the first, second, third, fourth, fifth Bani? It's a journey. The example given by our Katha Vachaks is that Japji Sahib is the seed and the final Bani Anand Sahib is the flower. And the Panja Banya is the journey from the seed becoming a flower. So hopefully another time we can share just on that. Okay? Panja Banya keriya ne? Japji Sahib, Jap Sahib, Tav Prasad Soye, Chaupai Sahib, and Nanda Sahib. Okay, these 5 must remember, Japji Sahib, Jap Sahib, Tav Prasad Soye, Chaupai Sahib and Anand Sahib. You know, Appa school jande na? Appa school jande ne? And do we stay at standard 1 every year? No, we move on to standard 2, 3, 4, 5, from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, university, फिर kamte jande ne? At work, do we remain at the same position for the 30, 40 years we work? No. First we'll be working maybe junior level, then we'll be senior, then manager, then maybe someday CEO, director, है ना? Everything, there's progression. So in our lives, जे आपा जपजी साहब दा पाठ कर देने, let's try to progress to another Bani. जे आपा 5 पौड़ियाँ कर दे, let's try to do 6 पौड़ियाँ next time. Okay? So it is all a progression. So these are the 5 that we all know. Now let's discuss other 5s. Okay, the other 5s. So can we have the next slide? Okay, so the 5 elements of nature and life. When our gurus, I'm not sure if we realize this, but our gurus were very, very, very scientific. A lot of our Gurbani has a lot of science in it. Our gurus have talked about telepathy among animals. Our gurus have talked about the different universe and galaxies that are out there in Gurbani. And scientists are only learning and figuring it out today. All right? So our gurus, in terms of science, in terms of the knowledge of the universe, they were the tops. And there are these elements, everything that is being shared today, everything is found in Gurbani. Everything, the basis is Gurbani. So this is not from National Geographic books, or this is not from the Discovery Channel. 100% sharing is from Gurbani, Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Okay? Now firstly, can we have the picture there? Okay, can you see that picture? It is universally believed by science that the entire universe is made out of 5 elements. Okay, 5 elements. And elements in Gurbani, we refer to 5 elements as Panja Tatta. All right? Now, what are these 5 elements? We have fire, air, earth, water, and ether. Ether also means space. Okay? Nowadays, scientists, they're trying to change the number 5 to metal. But that doesn't matter. That's not what matters here. What matters here is that these elements that were discussed by scientists, by the Greek scientists, Greek people, ancient Greek historians, by the ancient Hindu, Buddhist historians is mentioned in Gurbani. And Guruji has given so many examples about this Pancha Tattva, the 5 elements. Firstly, Guruji says, the first pankti please, can you? Firstly, Guruji says, Pancha Tattva kar toda shrestha sab saji, koi sheva karyo je kich kita hoye. You created this entire universe. Guru Nanak Dev Ji di Bani. Guru Nanak Dev Ji says this entire universe is created from the 5 elements. So Guruji is quoting science here. And this is a scientific fact. So the entire universe is created from these 5 elements: earth, air, water, fire, space, ether. Then Guruji goes on to say, the next picture, Guruji also goes on to say, जिस वखर को तुम आए हो सो पायो सद्गुर पासा है. Guruji also says that not just the universe was created from these 5 elements, everything in the universe, jera kuch aapa sansar cha dekhte, all the creation around us is also created from these 5 elements. That means even human beings, we human beings are created from these 5 elements. Okay? Another 5, very significant 5 in Sikhi. So we have, earlier we talked about the Panjapyare, Panjakakar, Panjabanya. Our body is made out of 5 limbs. Now we are also talking about the 5 elements that makes this entire universe, that makes our bodies, is also in Gurbani. Quite amazing, no? That Guruji is including science in our Gurbani. All right? Okay. So now let's go to the next slide. So next line, first we talked about the universe, okay? How the universe is made out of these 5 elements. Then Guruji spoke about all the creation we made out of these 5 elements. Next, Guruji's, in Guru Granth Sahib Ji, it's further written and proven that these 5 elements, this Pancha Tattva, are used to make the human body. There are 3 examples we've shared here. Pancha Tattva mil dehika akara. The 5 elements join together to make up the human body form. So our body is made out of these 5 elements. That is why it's no coincidence that we've got Panjapyare, we've got Panjakakar, we've got Panjabani. It's no coincidence. Because we are made out of 5 as well. Okay? Alright. Then we want to go to the summary of this point that Panji is making here. That har ape pancha tattva visthara vich tatu pancha aap pave. Now this is the next 5 we are going to be discussing. This one, yes. Har ape pancha tattva visthara. That means Vaheguruji ne, Paramatma ne, ape, he created this pancha tattva, these 5 elements. Now after using these elements and creating our body, what does Guruji put inside our body now? 5 senses. 5. Which tatu pancha aap pave. The tatu here means senses. What are the 5 senses? Who can tell me senses? You all will learn in science or not? Hanji, this so. Hearing, listening. Hanji? Taste. Feel. Sight. Sight. One more. Taste. Taste. There's one missing. Smell. Okay, so we have 5 senses. So now Guruji, first using these 5 elements, created the universe. Then from the universe, Guruji, then in the universe he created creation. Creation means jo kuch aapa dekhte hain around us. The trees, the mountains, the seas, the everything is created using these 5 elements as well. Then further pankti that says that Panchatattva mil dehi ka akara. Use a Panchatattva milke a akar milta hai. We get this human body form using the 5 elements. Now after creating our body, Guruji adds not 6, not 7, 5 senses into our body. Okay? So we've got 5, 5, 5, 5. Now let's go on to the other 5. The next 5 before we sing a Shabad. Okay? Alright, next slide. So we have the senses in the middle. We have sight. What is sight? That means vision. Huh? Whatever we are seeing around us is using our sight. Next, hearing. Kananal, hearing. Next, we have touch. We use our, not just fingers, whatever we can feel with our skin, that's touch. Tongue, and then we have nose, smell. And each one of them has its function. Each one of them given to us not simply, has a positive function. But of course, as human beings, we can't help it. We use it for negative things as well. Okay? All right? Okay. With our mouth, how do we use our mouth for negative things? Talking is fine. We love talking. But what is not fine? Talking, bad words, telling lies, nonsense, gossiping. That means gossiping means saying things about other people. That is not acceptable. Okay? Seeing. What are the bad things we can do with our sight? See bad things. Some more? See bad things and not even do something about it. Continue seeing bad things that we are not supposed to see. All right? Hearing. What are the bad things we can do with our ears? What are the bad things we can do with our ears? Hearing bad things, not just bad things, hearing bad songs also. Ajkal de gaane ho yo, I cannot on the radio in the car anymore. So terrible. The song is talking about this person bad, that person bad, cannot. That is also not good. Okay? Hear positive songs, hear good songs. Alright, we've got two more. Taste. What about our taste? Tasting bad things. But what is tasting bad things? Tasting disgusting things. Chalo, that means we eat something that is not so good for our health. We taste something sweet we like, we keep eating only the sweet things. Okay? Alright? Smell. Smelly. Smell. We don't purposely smell bad things, correct or not? We don't purposely go in, oh, there is a not so nice smell, let's go smell. No, I don't think we do that. It's just that maybe smell can remind us not to smell, not to be smelly. It means keep your clothes clean, wash your hands, wash your body properly, wash your hair. I know we Punjabi kids, Sikh kids don't like to wash our hair because our hair very long, takes a long time to dry, then very hot. Kesi Monday day, yo. But if you don't wash our hair, it'll be very, very Anand Sahib diya. And this Anand Sahib, full Anand Sahib, we recite in the morning, during our morning nitnem. The first pankti of this pauri is E Netro Meryo. I'll pause there. E Netro Meryo. What is Netro? Eyes. Okay? Guru Amardas ji kehndे ne, hey my eyes, har tumme jyot tari. Why Guruji has put light into your eyes, into our eyes. Okay, so that har bin avarna dekho koi. That means so that I won't see anyone else except for you. Har bin avarna dekho koi. May I not see anyone apart from you. And that is the purpose of our eyes. The first senses we were talking about. The first sense. Sight. In Gurbani, Guruji has given us very clear instructions that ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਦਿੱਤੀਆਂ ਗਿਆ ਨਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ, ਇਹ ਨੇਤਰ ਜੋ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਗਏ ਨਾ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਕੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ? ਕੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ? See God in everyone. ਇਹ ਵਿਸ ਸੰਸਾਰ ਤੁਮ ਦੇਖਦੇ, everything that you see in this world, ਸੰਸਾਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੁਝ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਇਹ ਹਰ ਕਾ ਰੂਪ ਹੈ. It is a reflection of Vaheguru. So whatever we see around us, whoever we see around us is a reflection of Vaheguru. Har roop nadri aaya. I see God's image. I see Vaheguru's reflection in everything and everyone. So that is the purpose of our eyes, the sight that we were talking about. Okay? So that is the first one. We go back to our slides. So Akhanu Ki Sadida in Gurbani, what does Guruji refer to sight as? Eyes as? Netro. Okay, netar. Alright, these are eyes. Next, we go to our ears. A bit higher, the ears. Ears are called, in the same Bani, in Anand Sahib as well, ears are called Sarvano. Sarvano. Okay? E Sarvano Meryo Sache Sunne no Pathai. Oh my ears, you were created only to hear about Vaheguruji. The ears are given to us. Guruji didn't simply create our body. The 5 elements used to create the universe, then create the creation, then create us. Not for nothing. Very simple purposes. And then within us, Guruji has created has put in these 5 senses. The eyes so that, netra, so that we see God in everyone. Vaheguruji has given us eyes so that we may see His reflection in everyone. And then the ears, sarvano merio sache sunne no patai, so that we may hear about Vaheguruji everywhere we go. All the time we may listen about Vaheguruji. Okay? So that's the eyes. That's the ears. Then we have another one, our tongue. Taste, right? Not just taste. Without the tongue, we can't speak as well. What is the tongue for? In the same bani, rasna tu anras raj rahi teri pyas na jaye. Oh my tongue, we are so busy tasting everything else, we forgot the taste of Vaheguruji. We are not thirsty. We may taste everything in the world. We still feel thirsty. Pyas lagdi rendi hai. Okay? Pyas na jaye horat kite jichar haras palle na paye. Until we don't have Vaheguruji in our corner line, in boxing we use the corner terminology, we will always feel thirsty. Use our rasna, our tongue, rasna. Har rasna kaho. That is what we are given the tongue for. To repeat, har. Very difficult, I know. I'm reading this also, I'm like, yo, so many things I need to start doing with my senses, not just the daily things that we are doing. Henna? If we can incorporate a little bit of this into our daily lives, hopefully that can make a huge difference to us. And I'm saying, Penji is saying us, because I know I'm part of this journey with everyone here. We are all on this journey together. Okay? All right, next. Next we have the hand, touch. Pangti that we can share to explain this is Sant Sahai Prem Ke Hotin Ke Laga Pai. Every time we hear about any Sakhi, or when we come to Gurdwara, what do we do when we come right in front of Guru Maharaji? We matha take. When we matha take, do we actually touch our matha? Or we just, like Bluetooth, from far can feel and go away? We actually touch our matha, right? Because this is our Guru, this is our King. And imagine in Guru's days, when people come to meet Guruji, the terminology is always Charan Kamal. I want to touch Guruji's feet. I want to feel Guruji's feet. And that is what the feeling sensation is for. So that we may feel our Guru's feet. So that we may touch, we may feel our Guru's feet with our forehead. Matha taken Jogita ho angena apa. If we got no feeling sensation, then we don't know what that is all about. Then might as well from far we just bow our heads and go, no. We are given this feel sensation so that we may come and matha take to Guruji. Okay? Alright. Next. So we've covered sight, hearing, touch, taste. Last one is smell. Okay, smell. So why are we given this nose? Why are we given, apart from breathing, saas len waste, apart from breathing, but the smell, the sensation of smell, why? The example given in Guruji, who knows what is a sandalwood tree? Sandalwood, chandan, alright? In Punjabi, in Gurbani, sandalwood tree is referred to as chandan. Now, this is an example Guruji has given us. Guruji has given us this example to explain the importance of smell. And the smell here is just an example for us to lead our lives. Now, sandalwood tree is a big, tall tree which has one of the most fragrant and beautiful smells in the whole world. Do you know we can smell this sandalwood tree? And if we, or if anything touches the sandalwood tree bark, if we touch the tree, after some time we also will smell like sandalwood. And last time it was the most expensive fragrance in the world. And sandalwood tree is repeated in Gurbani many times. The word chandan, the significance of sandalwood. Why? Guruji says, be like the sandalwood tree. So our smell here is given to us to imagine the smell of the sandalwood tree. So that there are, whenever there's a sandalwood tree, there will be a lot of weeds around it. There will be a lot of small trees around the sandalwood tree. And after some time, even though those weeds are not nice smelling or those trees have different smells, after some time, all the weed around the sandalwood tree will smell like sandalwood. Here Guruji is talking about us. He said, be like sandalwood, so that you smell so good, you are of such good values and virtues that everyone around you will be the same. Everyone around you will be just like you. Okay? So the example of smell in Gurbani is given through sandalwood. So when we remember, oh, I want to do good things so that I smell like sandalwood. That's just an example that we can tell ourselves. Okay? Alright? Okay, so let's move on from the 5 senses. We don't have much more to cover, but the next 2 are very, very, very important. Okay? Next 2 are very important. And these are the ones that Guruji has repeated the most in Gurbani. Now we have in us, in our body, what we call the Panja Vikar. Okay, the 5 naughty, naughty things. The 5 not so good things. Okay? But Guruji has given us tools. Has given us tools to fight these naughty things. To not let these naughty things win. And these 5 tools are called the Panja Gun. Gun means virtues. Again, all in Gurbani. Now, one thing very interesting about this Panja Vikar is this. Okay? What we have come to learn. That, you know, okay, I give you an example. When a baby is crying, you know what is the 5 Vikar here, right? Can I have the next 2? Yeah, that one. Okay, the 5 Vikar, the 5 naughty, naughty things that we have learnt about. Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, and Hankar. Okay? Kam is desire. Krodh is anger, getting very angry. Lobh is greed, being greedy. Moh is attachment, being too attached to something. And Hankar is ego. These are the 5 things that Guruji says, inna to bach ke raho. Okay? Apa ardas vich vi roj padde hain, Kaam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Hankar to bacha ke rakhna. Now, what is the interesting thing about these 5 vices that sometimes we don't realize? So, I'll give you an example. Jadon baby ronda na, when a baby cries, imagine a newborn baby. The baby cries and cries and cries and cries and looks so angry. Do we say a baby no bahut krodh hai? The baby got a lot of anger inside. This baby are no good. Yeah, this baby failed. Baby got a lot of krodh inside. Do we say that? No. We don't say that because babies ronde. When they are hungry, they don't know how to talk, they'll cry. है ना? And we don't say baby ko bahut krodh hai because that is just it. Guruji, Paramatma ji jadon sanu banaunde ne, he doesn't put, we are not born with this 5 vikar. We are not born with Kaam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Hankar. In Gurbani, Guruji, Guru Amar Das ji, I think, refers to Kaam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Hankar as the 5 thieves. Panja Chor. Now you imagine you're living in a house. Okay, your house is nice, you love your house, you love it how it is. Suddenly ek chor vich var janda. You know what is a chor? What is a chor? Thief. Jada chor vich var janda. How do you feel? Not so good. Did you invite the chor into your house? Did you say, oh chor tusi aage bejo cha piye hona? Do you say that? No. When the chor comes, first thing you want is you want to get the chor out of your house. Apna sarir, apna tan, na, this is our, imagine this as our home. Okay? Our body is our home. And imagine this Panja Chor have come and stayed in our house. That is what Guruji is saying about this Panja Chor. Is dehi andar, in this body, in this home, Pancha Chor Vasah. So Guruji in Gurbani is calling Kaam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Hankar as Panja Chor. And chor is not someone we say, come, stay in my house, no problem. If you stay in my house 1 year also it's okay. Do we say that? Chora no apa kene kaddo, niklo ethon, kaddo, inanu kaddo. Which is why Guruji is referring to this Panja Vikar as Panja Chor. Because Guruji is saying, tode apne tan vich, apne deh vich, in our body, a Panja Chor varge ne. ਹੁਣ ਆਪਾਂ ਕੁਝ ਕਰੀਏ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੱਢੀਏ ਇਥੋਂ that is what why it's referred to as Panjachor. Now the other pankti that we have, and we read the full pankti, is dehi andar Panchachor vasai. In this body 5 chor have entered, and they are Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankara. These Panchachor have entered our body. Now what do we do? And what are these chor doing? What are they doing in our body? Ki lotade Amrit lutai. The Amrit in us, the Amrit in you and me, is being stolen by this chor. Amrit lutai. Manmukh nahi bujhe, koi na sune pukar. And we don't realize, we humans are not realizing that the Amrit within us is being stolen. A chor bahut shar hai, chori chori varke is stealing all the Amrit. So this Guruji is saying, we are all born with Amrit in us. Of course, no? Why Guruji created us? Of course, He created us with Amrit in us, with all the positivity. But a chor varge ne, and the chor is stealing all the Amrit within us, and we are not. Manmukh nahi bujhe. We don't even realize this. We don't hear this. We don't realize this. Okay? But don't worry. Just as any problem in life, Guruji also gives us a solution. When a problem hai ki apne andar ki varge ne, the Panjachor. Sure, we've got 5 thieves within our body. But Guruji is going to give us 5 weapons. Hathiyar. In Gurbani also referred to as Hathiyar. These 5 weapons to counter, to fight this Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankar. Okay? And what are the 5 weapons? Kam, Krodh, Maya, Mad, Matsar. Ek khelat sab juए hare. Sat, Santokh, Daya, Taram, Sach. ये अपने ग्रह पीतर वारे. Guruji is saying, to take Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankar out, I have to put Sat, Santokh, Daya, Taram, Sach into my body. What are these? Again 5, huh? We are not running away from the number 5. Everything coming in 5s. We are made out of 5 elements, which makes this entire universe. Earth, water, anyone remembers? Fire, ether, space, and earth, water, fire, space, and air. Good. Okay, you all are listening. ठीक है. So the entire universe is made out of 5 elements. We are made out of, human beings are made out of 5 elements, and in us it's no, and we have 5 senses. So it's no surprise that also have 5 chor in us now. But Guruji is also giving equally 5 powerful tools to get this chor out of our body. Okay? No surprise here. Sat, Santokh, Daya, Taram, Sach. And we will discuss this. We'll go into this. We will end our discussion today with these 5. But before we go there, I want to ask something. Alright? Who has, maybe you all are a bit young for this analogy. Kinne Lord of the Rings dekhi hui hai? No, na? Yeah. Let's get a younger crowd for this. But I don't know what are the movies nowadays that I can relate to. I'll find out. Maybe for next discussion, if we meet outside, I'll find another analogy to share. Well, okay, imagine something you really want. I'll give you a synopsis. This movie, which a Lord of the Rings, which there's a very, very powerful ring. Very powerful ring. It's the most powerful ring in the entire world. The whole world is created by this imaginary world, not like our Guruji world, different world. The whole world, they believe, was created by these many rings, this ring. It's the most powerful ring. And the ring is lost. Okay? Everyone is looking for this one ring. Now, jadon o ring labre ne, I want this ring. I really want this. So imagine it's the most powerful ring in the world. It can give you everything that you ever wanted in life. Okay? Everyone is looking for this ring. And now we have this desire. Ichha paida hondi hai ki I want this ring. I really want it. I don't care what happens. I want this ring. That is calm. We started calm. This desire, this uncontrollable desire, this uncontrollable one that I don't care the consequences, I want it. Calm. Calm paida ho jandi hai. I want this ring. Then you try and try and try and you don't get the ring. When you want something so badly, In your life, you can imagine something else. You want a particular type of phone maybe, or a particular type of shoe maybe. I'm not too sure. But imagine something that you really, really want. And you are not getting it. Then what happens to you? You become very angry. I want it. Why am I not getting it? I'm trying my best. Why am I not getting it? Fair, from calm, what starts coming up? Which chore starts coming up and becoming powerful? Krodha. From calm, from I want it really badly, and then when I'm not getting it, oh, I'm starting to get very angry. Krodh paida ho janda. Oh, krodh da chore vich bar janda. Then, what does the krodh make us do? I don't care. I'm so angry. No matter what happens, whatever the consequences, whatever I need to do, I will do whatever it takes. I want it. No one else can have it. So angry. I want it. No one else can have it. What is that? I want it, no one else can have it. मैं ही लेना वा. Kam, krodh, lobh. We become greedy that only I can have it. I want it, no one else can have it. So pehla काम ना चोर वार गया सी. We cannot control it. We are not realizing because we are so distracted by the ring. ਹੁਣ krodh भी वार गया विच, lobh भी वार गया विच. And now from the greed, imagine suddenly we get the ring. One day you mission successful, I get the ring. Oh no, mil gaya mainu. How do you think you'll be with the ring? You get, after so long trying your best to get it, you got the ring, you're just going to keep in your bag at home and go to school? No, I'm going to keep it with me everywhere I go. I'm not going to leave this ring anywhere. I'm going to keep it with me everywhere. I'm going to have it with me all the time. I'm going to look at it all the time. Imagine it's a phone. I finally got the latest iPhone 16. That's not even out in the universe. I got it. I'm going to keep it with me everywhere I go. Now, which chore is this? Moh, attachment. Lobh to moh ban gaya hona. So the other chore has gone in because now I'm so attached to my phone. No one can touch. I cannot have a scratch on it. Moh paida ho gaya hona. And then from the moh, so imagine you got the thing, the iPhone 16, or in this case the ring, that everyone in the universe wanted, but only you have it. How do you feel now? Very proud. I am the only one in this entire universe who has this item. No one else has it. When kera chore var gaya suddenly? Hankar, the fifth chore. When hankar vi vich var gaya. We don't realize it. We started on the journey of such an innocent want of wanting that phone or that ring. Something so innocent. But in the process of being more and more attached to it, sari chor vich var gaye. And this is the situation for all of us. Okay, even in us adult life, we really want that job. Try our best to get the job. Get angry to get the job. And then do things so that other people don't get the job. We get the job. We become so attached to the job, doing the work all the time. And then we become so proud. I got the job, no one else got this job. It happens on every level. In school also it happens. I want number one. But if you get number one, no one else can get number one. Everyone will be number 2, 3, 4, 5. And you'll be like, oh, I got number one, you didn't get number one. It happens on every level of our life. So now we have this Panja Chor. And as Guruji referenced to us, Guruji ne akhya, that we are not born with this. It chor ne, bin bulai mehman they call it. Chor ne, varge andar. But we are so distracted that we don't realize apne karche chor baithe ne. So we must have that consciousness to realize that these 5 no good. Everything else before this were facts. These 5 no good. Hun enanu apa kive kadna. And these are the tools that Guruji has shared with us. Sat, Santokh, Daya, Taram and such. Next slide. Can we have the next slide? Okay, this is the final slide for today. And we will go through it slowly before we end the session with a little bit of Simran and the Shabad again. Okay? Now the first one. We have the first one there already, calm. We discussed about calm, this uncontrollable desire. You don't realize that you want it so much, you don't care of the consequences. You don't care that others are getting hurt. You don't care that you're causing damage to your own body and mind. Calm. And how to fight calm? Guruji has given us Sat. The Sat here is different from Satnam. The Sat in this context is charity. It's like Dan, okay? Sat. So Guruji has given us the 5 chore and not given us the 5 chore, has told us about this 5 chore and given us these 5 weapons. So, calm nal apa sat leke harona hai. And the Sat here means charity, daan dena. So instead of wanting, you give. How to fight that uncontrollable want? You start giving. Okay, we start giving. Next, krodh, anger, rage. And it's not just anger, it's rage, so angry. And Guruji has given us Santokh. Santokh means contentment. Satisfied, no cravings. Here we were so angry that we were not getting what we wanted. So angry we didn't get what we want. But Guruji has given us the tool of Santokh. It's okay. Be content. It's alright if I don't get it. It's okay. So if I am content, I won't be angry about not getting it. Okay? So, Santokh. Then we have Lobh, the third chore, Tija chore. Lobh is greed. And to counter that, Guruji has given us Daya, compassion. Instead of saying that I want this, I'm going to keep it, make it only dena. Compassion is about kindness. Let's share. Daya kariye. Let's share. Guruji has given us the weapon of Daya, of compassion. Guruji is teaching us about compassionate lives, to live compassionate lives. And then we have Moh, which is attachment. The example of the ring or the phone, all the time we're going to be playing games. All the time we're going to be with our phone. All the time we're going to sleep with the phone under our strana, which most of us do. Okay, that Moh is there. And Guruji has given us the weapon of Dharam. Dharam means your duty to God, our duty to God. And when Vaheguruji is the central figure of our life, then we are not interested in anything else. We are detached. So to counter attachment, that I'm so attached to this TV program, to this particular thing, when we have God in the central of our life, when we have Dharam in us, then God is the center, we are not attached to anything else. So to fight Moh, Guruji has given us Dharam. Given us all the tools we need to be Dharam. And finally, we have, they always say this is the biggest snake, this is the biggest supper, Hankar. Hankar. Oh, Hagana games, I'm not sure if anyone has heard this, about this board game, Snake and Ladders. Snake and Ladders, imagine a Snake and Ladders game with 5 snakes on it. And these 5 snakes are Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Hankar. And the Hankar supper is the supper waiting for us at the 98th step. So we go up in life, we come down through this Kam, Krodh, the Kamda supper bites us and we go down. The Krodha supper bites us, we go down. The Lobha supper bites us, we go down. And the most annoying supper is there, the Hankar supper, at step 98. Because when we are almost there, we are starting to be so, oh, I'm there, I almost got it. Hankar is going to bite us. It's always referred to as the biggest supper. And there was this one Viji who was sharing about this supper, and he says when he speaks to his children who are in this state, or when he is angry, they use the word supper. The Krodh supper is coming out. The anger snake is coming out. So don't refer to it as, oh, the anger in me or my Hankar. No. Refer to that as a third party, so that we may learn that we can control this. Because Guruji ne kehta hai chore ne apne vich. It's not us, it's the chore that have entered our body. So let's refer to it as the chore and not be proud. Oh, I'm proud, lah, my child like that. No. Let's look at it as chore in us. And to counter the Hankar, we have Sach. And this Sach is Paramatma, is Vaheguruji. Because when we talk about Hankar and Home, we are the central figures here. Sara kuch apne baare hunda hai. Main. But when we talk about Sach, it's always about tu hi. Sach baare hunda hai. So the Hankar is won by thinking of such. Okay? So we have Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Hankar, the chor in us. But Guruji has given us Daya, Sat, Santokh, Daya, Taram and such to counter these. We do not need to worry. We just have to remember to use these tools. A reminder for all of us. And don't let the supper at the 98th body bite us on our way up. Alright? So, to summarize, before we sing and end the session for today, the entire universe is made out of 5 elements. And when we look at the history of different religions, even the Musalman, diary vicha kinne wari namaz padde 5 also. So this number 5, and in the olden days, in Japji Sahib, Guruji has referred to Panch Parvan, Panch Pradhan, Panche Pave Dargaman, Panje as well. This Panch here means like a panchayat. In olden days, in villages when there's no prime minister or chief minister or anyone, 5 people used to get together and make decisions. The 5 Siane, also 5. That is why the terminology 5 has been used very widely and vastly in our religion as well. So, Panch Tat to puri dunya bani hai, apna sarir bani hai. We are made out of this Panch Tat as well. In us, Guruji has given us 5 senses. Guruji, there's also the Panja Chor, but Guruji ne apne viche Panja Gun bhi rakhe ne. Okay, we have 5 limbs. In Sikh history, Guruji has given us the gift of Panja Pyare. Panja Pyare Sijaki, Guruji gave them 2 very big gifts, Panja Kakar, Panja Baniya, and gifts that we all have until today. So this is the connection. I'm sure there are many, many, many more which we would have missed. As far as I know, as little as I've learned, this is what we can share for today. The significance of 5 and Sikhi, very strong. Hanji.
रूप है महला तीजा आनंद एक ओंकार सतगुर प्रसाद नंद पिया मेरी माए सतगुरु मैं पाए सतगुर ता पाया सहज सेती मन वजिया बधाई राग तन परवार परिया शब्द गावनिया शब्दूत गावो हरि के मन जनी बसाया कह नानक नंद बहुआ सतगुरु मैं पाया ए मन मेरिया तू सदा रो हर नाल रो तो मन मेरे दुख सब विसारना अंगीकारो करे तेरा कारज सब सवारना सबना गला समरत स्वामी सो क्या मनो विसारे कहे नानक मन मेरे सदा रो हर नाले साचे साहिबा क्या नहीं करते रे करता तेरे सब कुछ है जिस देह सो पावे सदा सिर्फ सलाह तेरी नाम मन वसाए नाम जिनके मन वसिया बाजे शब्द तेरे सच्चा नाम मेरा आधार सच नाम आधार मेरा जिन भूखा सब गवाया हर सान सुख मन आए वसिया जिन इच्छा सब पुजाया सदा कुर्बान किता गुर बेटो जिस दिया ए बढ़िया कह नानक सुनो संतो शब्द तरो पिया ना मेरा अदारो वाजे पंच शब्द कर सबागे शब्द वाजे कल्ला जित कर तारिया पांच दूत तवास कीते काल कंत कुमारिया दुर्कर्म पाया तुझ जिनको सेना हर के लागे कहे नानक ते सको आदित कर अनद वाजे अनंत सुनो बड़ पागियो सगल मनोरथ पूरे पार ब्रह्म प्रभ पाया उतरे सगल वसूरे दुख रोग संतापी उतरे सुनी सच्ची बानी संत साजन पे सर से पूरे गुर तेजा सुनती पुनित कहते पवित्र सतगुर रहिया भरपूर बिनवंत नान गुर चरण न लागे वाजे अनहद तुरे सलो पवन गुरु पानी पिता माता तरत मात बिरसरात दोई दाई दाया केले सगल जगत चंगिया या बुरिया या वाजे धर्म दूर कर्मी आपो आपनी के नेड़े के दूर जिनी नाम त्याया गए मसकत काल नानक ते मुख यूजले केटी छुटी नाल जिनी नाम त्याया गए मसकत काल जिनी नाम त्याया गए मसकत काल नानक ते मुख यूजले केटी छुटी नाल वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह।
तुमरी कृपा में सुख ने कोई न जाने तुमरा अंत ऊंचे ते ऊंचा भगवंत सगल समगरी तुमरे सूतर तारी तुम ते होए सो आज्ञाकारी तुम गत मित तुम ही जानी नानक सदा कुर्बानी। अरदास एक ओंकार। श्री वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। श्री भगौती जी सहाय वार श्री भगौती जी की पातशाही 10वीं। प्रथम भगौती सिमर के गुरु नानक लेते आए फिर अंगद गुरते अमरदास रामदासे होए सहाय अर्जन हर गोबिंद नो सिमरो श्री हर राय श्री हर कृष्ण ते आए जिस डिठे सब दुख जाए तेग बहादुर सिमरिय कर नौ निद आवे थाए सब थाए होए सहाय 10वां पातशाह श्री गुरु गोबिंद सिंह जी सब थाए होए सहाय 10 पातशाहियां दी जोत श्री गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब जी दे पाठ दर्शन दीदार दा ध्यान तरके खालसा जी बोलो जी वाहे गुरु ਪੰਜਾਂ ਪਿਆਰਿਆਂ ਚੌਹਾਂ ਸਾਹਿਬਜ਼ਾਦਿਆਂ 40 ਮੁਕਤੀਆਂ ਹੱਠੀਆਂ ਜਪਿਆ ਤਪਿਆ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨਾਮ ਜਪਿਆ ਵੰਡ ਛਕਿਆ ਦੇਗ ਚਲਾਈ ਤੇਗ ਵਾਹੀ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਅੰਡਿਤ ਕੀਤਾ ਤਿੰਨਾਂ ਪਿਆਰਿਆਂ ਸਚਿਆਰਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਕਮਾਈ ਦਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਕਰਕੇ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਜੀ ਬੋਲੋ ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ। ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਸਿੰਘਾਂ ਸਿੰਘਣੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਧਰਮ ਹੇਠ ਸੀਸ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਬੰਦ ਕਟਾਏ ਖੋਪਰੀਆਂ ਲੁਹਾਰਿਆਂ ਚਰਕਿਆਂ ਤੇ ਚਰੇ ਆਰਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਚਰਾਏ ਗਏ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਲਈ ਕੁਰਬਾਨੀਆਂ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਧਰਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਹਾਰਿਆ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਕੇਸਾ ਸਵਾਸਾ ਨਾਲ ਨਿਭਾਏ ਤਿੰਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਕਮਾਈ ਦਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਕਰਕੇ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਜੀ ਬੋਲੋ ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ। ਪੰਜਾਂ ਤਖਤਾਂ ਸਰਬੱਤ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਕਰਕੇ ਬੋਲੋ ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ। प्रथमे सरबत खालसा जी की अरदास है जी सरबत खालसा जी को वाहिगुरु 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 चित आवन का सदका सर्व सुख होवे जहाँ जहाँ खालसा जी साहिब तहाँ तहाँ रचियारे आए देग तेग फतेह बेद की पैज पंथ की जीत श्री साहिब जी सहाय खालसा जी के बोल वाले बोलो जी वाहिगुरु। सिखा नू सिखी दान केस दान रहत दान विवेक दान विसाह दान परोसा दान दाना सिरदान नाम दान श्री अमृतसर जी के दर्शन इशनान चौंकियाँ चंडे बुंगे जुगो जुग अटल धर्म का जयकार बोलो जी वाहिगुरु। सिखा दा मन नीवा मत ऊंची मत पत दा राखा आप वाहिगुरु। हे अकाल पुरख अपने पंथ दे सदा सहाई दातार जियो श्री ननकाना साहिब ते होर गुरुद्वारिया गुरधामां दे जिन्हां तो पंथ नूं विछोड़िया गया है खुले दर्शन दीदार ते सेवा संभाल दा दान खालसा जी नूं बख्शो। हे निमानिया दे मान नितानिया दे तान निओटिया दे ओत सच्चे पिता वाहिगुरु जी आप जी दे हजूर अरदास बेनती है महीनवार खोजो सिखी सत्संग दे दीवान सजाई गए जिस विच रहरास साहिब दा पाठ इलाही बानी दे कीर्तन कथा अते 6 पौड़ियां आनंद साहिब जी दे पाठ कीते गए। हाँ जी पाठ गुरबानी कीर्तन अते कथा करनिया अनेक प्रकार दियां गलतियां अते पुल्लां होन गईयां अते जी ने अनजान बच्चे महज के मुआफ़ी बख्शनी है जी। अगे वास्ते शुद्ध अते स्पष्ट बानी परन दा बल बख्शना जी। हे सच्चे पिता वाहिगुरु जी आप जी दे हजूर जिन्हां संगतां ने बेनतियां अपने परिवारां दी तंदुरुस्ती कमां कारजां दे चढ़दी कला अते बच्चियां दियां पढ़ाइयां दियां सफलतावां लई अरदासां कीतियां हन आप जी ने सबना दियां अरदासां अते मनोकामना गुरमत अनुसार पूरियां करनियां जी। सदा अंग संग सहाई रहना जी गुरसिखी दा जीवन बख्शना जी। हे सच्चे पिता वाहिगुरु जी आप जी दे संगत विच आप जी दे नौजवान बच्चे बच्चियां ने रल मिल के संगत दी सेवा निभाई है जी। नौजवानां नूं इसे तरह गुरबानी नाल जुड़ी रखना जी गुरसिखी दा जीवन बख्शना जी चढ़दी कला बख्शनी जी आपस विच प्रेम अते प्यार बख्शना जी। अज दी देग अते लंगर दी सेवा आप जी दे समुची वड्डा गुरुद्वारा साहिब जालन कांपुंग पांडन दी संगत वल्लों कीती गई है जी अते बेनती है कि संगत दे विच इसे तरह तंदुरुस्ती चढ़दी कला सुख शांति एकता प्रेम अते प्यार बख्शना जी। कमा कारजां विच तरक्कियां अते वादे बख्शने जी बच्चियां नूं पढ़ाइयां विच कामयाबियां अते सफलतावां बख्शनियां जी गुरसिखी दा जीवन बख्शना जी। आप जी दे हजूर करा प्रसाद अते गुरु का लंगर तैयार है जी आप जी नूं परवान होवे अते साध संगतां विच वरताउण दी आग्या बख्शो जी। इस वेले आप जी ने पावन इलाही हुक्मनामा बख्श के संगतां नूं निहाल करना जी अते हुक्म ते चलन दी समत बख्शनी जी। अखर वादा काटा पुलचुक माफ करनी सरबत दे कारज रास करनी सही प्यारे मेल जिना मिलिया तेरा नाम चित आवे नानक नाम चढ़दी कला तेरे पाने सरबत दा भला। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਦੋਹਰਾ ਆਗਿਆ ਪੇ ਅਕਾਲ ਕੀ ਤਬੇ ਚਲਾਇਓ ਪੰਥ ਸਭ ਸਿੱਖਨ ਕੋ ਹੁਕਮ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਮਾਨਿਓ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਜੀ ਮਾਨਿਓ ਪ੍ਰਗਟ ਗੁਰਾ ਕੀ ਦੇ ਜੋ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕੋ ਮਿਲ ਕੋਚ ਹੈ ਕੋਚ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਮੈਂ ਲੈ ਰਾਜ ਕਰੇਗਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਆਕੀ ਰਹੇ ਨਾ ਕੋਏ ਹਾਰ ਹੋਏ ਸਭ ਮਿਲेंगे बच्चे शरण जो होए वाहिगुरु नाम जहाजर है चरे सुनतरे पार जो शरदा कर से मने गुर पार उतार नहार जो शरदा कर से मने गुर पार उतार नहार बोले सोनिहाल सत श्री अकाल। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ। ਹਮ ਅਵਗੁਣ ਭਰੇ ਏਕ ਗੁਣ ਨਾਹੀ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਛਾੜ ਬਿਖੈ ਬਿਖ ਖਾਈ ਮਾਇਆ ਮੋਹ ਭਰਮ ਪੈ ਭੂਲੇ ਸੁਤ ਦਾਰਾ ਸਿਉ ਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਲਗਾਈ ਇਕ ਉਤਮ ਪੰਥ ਸੁਣਿਓ ਗੁਰ ਸੰਗਤ ਤਹ ਮਿਲੰਤ ਜਮ ਤਰਾਸ ਮਿਟਾਈ ਇਕ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਪਾਟ ਕੀਰਤ ਕੀ ਗੁਰ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਰਖੋ ਸ਼ਰਨਾਈ ਸੋ ਕਹੋ ਟਲ ਗੁਰ ਸੇਵਿਐ ਅਹਨਸ ਸਹਿਜ ਸੁਭਾਈ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਪਰਸੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਕੈ ਜਨਮ ਮਰਨ ਦੁਖ ਜਾਏ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ। ਸੋਰਠ ਮਹੱਲਾ ਪੰਜਵਾ। ਘਰ ਦੂਜਾ ਚੌਪਦੇ ਇਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ। ਏਕ ਪਿਤਾ ਏਕ ਸਕੇ ਹਮ ਬਾਰਿਕ ਤੂੰ ਮੇਰਾ ਗੁਰ ਹਾਈ। ਸੁਣ ਮੀਤਾ ਜਿਉ ਹਮਾਰਾ ਬਲ ਬਲ ਜਾਸੇ ਹਰ ਦਰਸ਼ਨਾ ਦੇਹੋ ਦਿਖਾਈ। ਏਕ ਪਿਤਾ ਏਕ ਸਕੇ ਹਮ ਬਾਰਿਕ ਤੂੰ ਮੇਰਾ ਗੁਰ ਹਾਈ। ਸੁਣ ਮੀਤਾ ਜਿਉ ਹਮਾਰਾ ਬਲ ਬਲ ਜਾਸੇ ਹਰ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਦੇਹੋ ਦਿਖਾਈ। ਸੁਣ ਮੀਤਾ ਧੂਰੇ ਕਉ ਬਲ ਜਾਈ ਏ ਮਨ ਤੇਰਾ ਭਾਈ। ਰਹਾਉ ਪਾਵ ਮਲੋਵਾ ਮਲ ਮਲ ਧੋਵਾ ਇਹੋ ਮਨ ਤੈ ਕੋ ਦਿਸਾ, ਸੁਣ ਮੀਤਾ ਹਉ ਤੇਰੀ ਸ਼ਰਨਾਈ ਆਇਆ। ਪ੍ਰਭ ਮਿਲਹੁ ਦੇਹੋ ਉਪਦੇਸਾ, ਮਾਨ ਨਾ ਕੀਜੈ ਸ਼ਰਨ ਪਰਿਜੈ। ਕਰੈ ਸੋ ਭਲਾ ਮਨਾਈਐ, ਸੁਣ ਮੀਤਾ ਜਿਉ ਪਿੰਡ ਸਭ ਤਨ ਅਰਪੀਜੈ। ਇਉ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਹਰ ਜਿਉ ਪਾਈਐ, ਭਇਓ ਅਨੁਗ੍ਰਹ ਪ੍ਰਸੰਨ। ਭਇਓ ਅਨੁਗ੍ਰਹ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਸੰਤਨ ਕੈ, ਹਰ ਨਾਮਾ ਹੈ ਮੀਠਾ। ਜਨ ਨਾਨਕ ਕਉ ਗੁਰ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਧਾਰੀ, ਸਭ ਅਕੁਲ ਨਿਰੰਜਨ ਡਿਠਾ। ਭਇਓ ਅਨੁਗ੍ਰਹ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਸੰਤਨ ਕੈ, ਹਰ ਨਾਮਾ ਹੈ ਮੀਠਾ। ਜਨ ਨਾਨਕ ਕਉ ਗੁਰ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਧਾਰੀ, ਸਭ ਅਕੁਲ ਨਿਰੰਜਨ ਡਿਠਾ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਗੁਰੂ ਕੀ ਪਿਆਰੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਪਾਵਨ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਉਚਾਰਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ, ਜੋ ਕਿ ਪਾਵਨ ਅੰਗ 611 ਅੰਕ 'ਤੇ ਸਵਾਈਮਨ ਹੈ। ਪੇਜ ਨੰਬਰ 611 'ਤੇ ਸਵਾਈਮਨ ਹੈ। ਪੰਜਵੇਂ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਸੋਠ ਰਾਗ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਘਰ ਦੂਜੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਮਝਾਉਣਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ। ਚੌਪਦੇ ਭਾਵ ਕੀ 4 ਪਦਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਹੈ। ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ। ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਨ ਕਿ ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਇੱਕ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਹੈ। ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਉਪਦੇਸ਼ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਏਕ ਪਿਤਾ ਏਕ ਸਕੇ ਹਮ ਬਾਰਿਕ, ਤੂੰ ਮੇਰਾ ਗੁਰਹਾਈ। ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਨ ਕਿ ਹੇ ਭਾਈ, ਸਾਡਾ ਇੱਕ ਪਿਤਾ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਪਿਤਾ ਦੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਬੱਚੇ ਹਾਂ। ਅਤੇ ਸਾਡਾ ਪਿਤਾ ਕੌਣ ਹੈ? ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਪਿਤਾ ਜੀ ਨੇ, ਅਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਪਿਤਾ ਦੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਹਾਂ। ਤੂੰ ਮੇਰਾ ਗੁਰਹਾਈ, ਅਤੇ ਤੂੰ ਮੇਰਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਭਾਈ ਵੀ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਲਈ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਨ ਕਿ ਸੁਣ ਮੀਤਾ। ਮੀਤਾ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਮਿੱਤਰ ਨੂੰ। ਹੇ ਭਾਈ ਮੇਰੇ ਮਿੱਤਰ, ਜਿਉ ਹਮਾਰਾ ਬਲ ਬਲ ਜਾਸੇ। ਜਿਉ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਜਿੰਦ ਹੈ ਜੋ, ਮੇਰੀ ਜਿੰਦ ਤੇਥੋਂ ਬਲ ਬਲ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ, ਕੁਰਬਾਨ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਹਰ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਹੋ ਦਿਖਾਈ, ਜੇ ਤੂੰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਾ ਦੇਵੇਂ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਨਾਮ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ, ਸੇਵਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ, ਸਿਮਰਨ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੋੜ ਦੇਵੇਂ, ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੇ ਤੂੰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਜੋੜ ਦੇਵੇਂ, ਅਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੇਥੋਂ ਬਲਿਹਾਰੀ ਜਾਵਾਂ, ਸਦਕੇ ਜਾਵਾਂ। ਅਤੇ ਰਹਾਉ ਵਾਲੀ ਪੰਕਤੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਸਮਝਾਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ, ਜੋ ਕਿ ਸਾਰੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਦਾ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਮੀਨਿੰਗ, ਕੇਂਦਰੀ ਭਾਵ ਹੈ। ਸੁਣ ਮੀਤਾ ਧੂਰੀ ਕਉ ਬਲ ਜਾਈ, ਇਹ ਮਨ ਤੇਰਾ ਭਾਈ। ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਹੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਮਿੱਤਰ, ਮੈਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਚਰਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਧੂੜ ਤੋਂ ਬਲ ਬਲ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹਾਂ, ਕੁਰਬਾਨ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹਾਂ, ਸਦਕੇ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹਾਂ। ਇਹ ਮਨ ਤੇਰਾ ਆਗਿਆ ਕਰ ਬਨ ਨੂੰ ਤਿਆਰ ਹੈ, ਜੇ ਤੂੰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮਿਲਾ ਦੇਵੇਂ, ਸੇਵਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ, ਸਿਮਰਨ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੋੜ ਦੇਵੇਂ, ਅਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਤਿੱਥੋਂ ਬਲਿਹਾਰੇ ਜਾਵਾਂ। ਅਤੇ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਪਿਤਾ ਦੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਹਾਂ, ਅਤੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ 'ਤੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰੇ, ਰਹਿਮਤ ਕਰੇ। ਭੁੱਲਾਂ ਚੁੱਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਮਾਫੀ। ਫਤਿਹ ਬੁਲਾਓ ਜੀ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ